Good afternoon. This is going to be a video for a Minecraft base tour. I received this idea from a certain someone who had done something very similar, and I figured I'd steal their idea a little bit. This is taking place on the Better Minecraft mod pack back from 1.19.2, so it's definitely a little longer in the tooth. Unfortunately, there are some parts of this base that aren't really going to be shown in this video, namely because they're part of the vanilla structures where they were originally taken from, and we're just going to focus on the modded stuff today. Now, Terrestria was a big part of this mod pack, and because of that you'll see a lot of reds, a lot of pink colors, and things of that sort of hue. Starting off, we have this bridge here, which leads to another portal. Most of that's just functional. Now, in an earlier recording, there's a seal. This was in the season of winter, which had very recently changed, which is why you can see there's not any more snow around. It was a lot closer to looking like winter earlier. Nonetheless, we can take a look around here and see that with all the red maple, it does help to complete the look. This particular house is a design that will show up in more than one video, if only because this has been a design that I've struggled with for quite some time to make it work, and been very persistent on trying to use mangrove with its red colors with some sort of deep slate and cobblestone setup. This house is only somewhat furnished. The downstairs area is definitely a lot better than the upstairs, but even still, there are some designated rooms. A lot of it's mostly open floor plan, as well as a kitchen and a very misplaced aether portal that is, now that I think about it, probably not in the right location. Regardless, we could take a quick peek upstairs and see that there's nothing here. That was because at the time I kind of ran out of things to put in anywhere, and so we're kind of stuck with just this lone bed right in the middle of what's effectively an empty room. No biggie. This space does get used a lot better in the more modern version of the house, which that's going to have to be in another video. Regardless, we can make our way down to the basement where all of the actual work happens, and you can tell that a lot more things are going on here, namely the use of a drawer mod and Tom Simple storage, which allows for an aggregate solution to keep track of all of the different blocks that have been collected. There's a display area, and really all that's here is just stolen armor sets, things that have been set aside, and trophies for an incomplete playthrough of the Twilight Forest, as well as a super smelter. This area leads out to a set of beacons. This is to allow for cross-dimensional access to the Tom Simple storage network. It's a lot easier than having to go through all of these items through individual chests, especially when you don't know what half of these things do. Beyond that, we can head back upstairs and take a quick glance at the iron farm and the old house. There's the pathway. Earlier it was a lot harder to find this with all the snow around, but now that it's melted, it's a lot easier to have an idea of where you're going. That said, this house is a lot smaller in comparison. It's just a one-story, and it basically just has a table, an enchanting room, and a bed. Not exactly amazing work here, but there were some efforts made to make the most out of the Terrestria woods, see what worked with mangrove, and there were some decent choices here. Moving on, we have an iron farm down here, which was the first attempt I'd ever made of one. There's a very lovely design online that you could find on YouTube that pretty much just makes a nice little home for all of the functional villager zombie stuff. It's the old system of having a few villagers that are next to beds with a zombie constantly hopping, alarming them, which spawns a golem. The golem spawns in the only location he can, and he gets led by water into some soul campfires, which makes sure that he will be dropping whatever he has. These items get deposited down below inside a chest that's underneath. There was also an area here originally for growing farmland, just so this structure can do double duty. Beyond that, there's not a lot to this world, namely because I did not spend an enormous amount of time here. A lot of this was just figuring out how modded Minecraft even works, and seeing why seals keep ending up on my property. Nonetheless, I appreciate your time, and here's to seeing you in the next one.